All right, so January 20th of 2020 was the day that I picked this car up, and that's what, 3.5 years, I think, which has been quite some time. This video is gonna be the progression that I've had over those 3.5 years, ever since the car has been in my possession. Now, I did get extremely lucky because I did find the car whenever it was only posted for about 30 minutes on Marketplace. So obviously I messaged a person, and then I was up there the next day, and I obviously bought it. I had actually bought this car with around 105,000 miles on it. I think it now sits around 130,000. Don't exactly quote me on that, but I do daily drive this car, and I've drove it to the beach for Mustang Week a couple of times. And I will say, I really do wish that I had every single thing that I've done in this car on video, but I didn't really start posting like installation videos on YouTube until about a year ago. So I will put up videos, a little recap of what I do have, but some of the other stuff I'm gonna go over really quickly over the stuff that I don't have on video, and I will put up pictures on the screen. But obviously you guys know what a stock New Edge looks like. The only thing that this car actually had whenever I did pick it up was those Flowmaster mufflers, you know, the ones that took me years to get off of the car. If you guys know anything about me, you know I was planning on just running dumps with a turbo, but obviously I just caved in, bought an exhaust because I was just like, oh well, if I want a turbo, I'll still turbo it. Anyways, it's kind of enough talking, doing an intro. I'm gonna go over the stuff that I don't have on video. I'm gonna be putting up pictures on the screen, and let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm sure I will forget a lot of stuff, but if you wanna pause the screen, and that's exactly everything that's done in this car, I think, don't quote me on that. So I'm sure I'm gonna be forgetting a lot of stuff that isn't on video, but I'm gonna try to cover most of it. So, point out the obvious, the car is lowered on iBox Sportline lowering springs, and then I also have the car paired with SVE Series 1 wheels from LMR. Those are also wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sports. And if you come over to the front of the car, the other thing I don't have on video is this Mach 1 chin spoiler. Now this is something that I honestly think really completes a New Edge's front bumper. Obviously without it, it wouldn't appear as low as it looks. So if you still have the stock bumper, you're not one of those guys that put the cover bumper on, then it will make the front end look so much better. And then actually while we're here, the grill delete, which is also a Mach 1 grill delete, I did do that, but I didn't do the horse at the time. I actually did that recently. And a few other quick things if you come over here. Obviously, I've got 20% tint on the car. And then if you come inside, I have a Pioneer NVH 200 EX, I think that's what it's called. But I have a different head unit. Obviously, it's not the stock one. And if you come to the other side, over there, I have a little 8-inch antenna, which, I know that's nothing major, but it's still stuff that obviously it didn't capture. I think last but not least is the subs in the back, which I know, oh gosh, I'm fixing the struts very soon, trust me. Obviously, I know a lot of you guys really love this sub setup, and I do have an in-depth video on my channel. It'll be up there in the corner talking about how I made it. Now this is all custom. It's got two 10-inch subs. It's false floor, yada yada. Another thing I don't have on video is I did do 373 rear end gears. I swapped out the stock ones for those, and they honestly weigh the car up a lot. Did that on top with a new diff cover, which isn't really anything. If you guys do want me to go over like a full price list of what this car costs to build as it sits right now, leave a comment down below. I will do that. Now obviously I will make, I guess, a price list with a manual swap and without a manual swap, because that's like probably still the number one question I always get asked is how much was my manual swap, where did I find the parts and everything. But if you do want me to go over a price list of everything that's done, let me know and I will gladly do that. Other than that, I guess we're gonna hop into the video portion of it. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll catch you guys next time. Alright, so as you can see, I do have the ambers in here. These are aftermarket. I don't remember which ones they are, but pretty sure they're supposed to resemble the stock ones. As you can see, I got the new headlight right here. I did it on going with the clear corners. I think it's going to flow better with the silver and whole theme I got going on with the car. Alright, so I got the headlight in, and wow, it makes a big difference, especially the the clear's been able to pop on the silver. I think it looks really good compared to this amber over here. Alright, so starting off with the biggest piece, I have a Tremec 3650, and luckily enough it did end up coming with a Steeda short throw. It's the Triax. And on the other side of the pallet I have my drop shaft and I have my pedal assembly and everything. And that's my shift plate. I have my flywheel in the box and all my bolts and everything. And if you come over here, I have my harnesses and my clutch cable and my clutch. Which this is supposed to be a clutch that's supposed to act like stock. It's still aftermarket, so I really don't know how it's going to be. And obviously it does look way better with a stick instead of the auto shifter and everything, so I'm really stoked about that. But it definitely does make it a lot more fun to drive so far. It is a stock 2 valve, except for it does have 373 rear end gears and has a Ford Performance intake manifold due to the stock one cracking a few months ago. So I guess really this isn't that bad for a 2 valve with nothing done to it or anything. Is the filter, it'll be able to sit right here. Which now that I'm looking at it, that's gonna be that thing is huge. Well, look like every other Mustang now. Oh, it's gonna take some getting used to. Okay, so dropping the shock just like another inch or so did end up working. So what you would do is you'd undo those 2 bolts. They give you like another inch or so. You barely lower the axle a little bit and then you can slide it over finally. So I guess I would recommend using a lift, but it sounds really good from the outside. So he's turning right now, and then he said he could hear me. Dang, yeah, I can hear him now. I don't know if he can even pick it up on camera, but he said he could still hear me like way up there on another street. You guys can't even see anything. Wow. That's just like normal driving too. And that's a neutral right there. No. Dang.